Well, hello, and welcome. This is Joanne with the Jewel Design. Thank you for joining me today. It should be a lovely Monday morning. Woohoo! We made it all through a lovely, hopefully, Friday the 13th, a lovely weekend. Hopefully the weather, it cooled down for you. We're even predicting maybe some, here in California, upper top ends of Sierra Nevadas and other things are looking to have snow soon. Isn't that crazy? But we are just chugging along, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, and you are ready for another week of productive, crafty, fall or gift making, extravaganzas. So today I'm going to show you really quick some things that are in the shop that we've been working on and dealing with, and then we're going to start working on, of course, another fall project. So first off, I have a autumn bundle, ephemera bundle in the shop. Under a jewel design category, and I think I also have it featured. But what I did was I made another, isn't this one pretty? Another 4-inch disc, great as a writing card to write on the back, so slightly inked. And then I did a layering. This is already it was already sort of collaged, and then I added another layer, and I just kept going. So we've got bling, we've got stickers, we've got the gold mesh. We have embossed, we even have embossed paper towel. We've got a little tabby, seasonal dictionary piece. Just bling, had a bling. I don't know if it's really focusing, which is so annoying. There we go. But anyway, I thought it was really pretty, very neutral. We got reds, greens, browns, creams, greens, a little orangey colors, red. I don't know, it's all there. So we got a great disc. Like I said, you can glue it down, leaving a little bit at the outside edge done. You just glue here and then across the bottom, and it makes it a nice thick tuck, right? And it gives you a little tab option, nice and stout, especially for like an area where maybe it's heavier. Or you're going to put it in a pocket, and you can write on the back of it. So this is a fun decor, ephemera decor piece. We also have the, I did this on a Etsy short, or not Etsy. Wrong one, that's what it is, right? Instagram reel, or here on a YouTube short. We decorated this darling coffee sleeve. It's now altered, so when you open it up, you can write on the inside, right? You can glue it down on your page, tuck a bunch of documents, journal cards, heavier pieces of ephemera, and then you can always, open it up, write on it, pull your pieces out, make it a little hide hole. You can glue it down. You could glue it down more bottom here and make it a pocket and still open it up as a sleeve and a writing space. I mean, there's ways. You may even be able to have a small journal maybe that you can tuck in there, and this is your wraparound. So plenty of ways to use it. Loving it. I love the corrugated in this case with the writing, the smoother side on the inside, but nice and shiny. All good things. And then we have our pumpkin page topper, right? This one you saw me make, and this is the one that we reinforced a little bit. You got your paper clip, of course, but it has a cute little mini scallop tag to write on, tucked into our cute little guy, a little chipmunk. Oh, his little greenery. And we reinforced this whole part up here with some washi tape to make it a little thicker. And you have pretty much a flip open, two-sided little mini journal space, right? And since you can just put it across the top of your page, as you see here attached, you have a coffee dyed page. Use your paper clip, keeps it in place, and you have both a topper, a tab, and a writing space. So you get your coffee dyed page, and you get some textured pieces also. Nice dark brown to play with, and a wrinkled, probably definitely a handmade paper, but some stuff in my stash that I thought a little extra fluff in here. So it's a nice little ephemera journal page bundle. So that is ready in the shop. Okay. Sitting there waiting. If you just need a few more things, you're looking to do maybe a little kit for a friend who loves autumn. Something. These are great gifts. These are great ways to, add to other eclectic pieces and make the most out of them. So it's an autumn, I believe, an autumn ephemera bundle or ephemera kit. Okay. And then we were talking, so, you saw that pumpkin, and I have two others here that we've worked on last week. And so I decided to go ahead and put a couple kits together and let you guys make your own. So these guys are glued across the top. They just slide it in. They make a nice little tab. We did this double-sided one, right, with one of the pumpkins. This one is single-sided, kept it simple, but so that we didn't have the white, because I really wanted the flower off the pumpkin, I went ahead and again, washi the back. And look at that, it's still super cute. I love that because it's reds and it's butterflies and it's sunflowers, and it's still very fall-y, and I still loved sort of the look of it on the back side. So when you see it on the back, you know, the other side of the paper, you know, it can be simple or it can be whatnot, but I thought it came out really cute. And these are going in the newest journal I'm working on. And the nice thing is about these is that when they're on the page, they become a tuck, right? So you have a page top or a tab top and the ability to tuck something in. So that is always a lovely idea. So what I did was I went ahead and made a kit. So this is a printed kit. You get 3 paper clips, the antique looking gold paper clips. Okay. These are 2 inches, nice good size. Pretty little nylon yellow leaf. You get 6 by 6 inch of our 3 lovely fall glitters, glitter meshes that are in shop right now. You can get these by the yard, by the bundle. But I thought I'd put a little 6 inch by 6 inch by 6 inch sampler in there. This is a nice harvest orange. We've got the green dots and we have the gold swirl. And these will help give you those elements that I have, whether it be mesh, right? All the different meshes and things that we have out right now. We get into our glittery ones if you want to get a little fancier. And then you get 2 of each pumpkin that I have in my stash. So you get 2 of these, which is what we got this one out of, right? There's that one. 2 of the larger one. This one is what this is the, that's this one right here. Yeah, this is the one I double-sided, right? And then this guy's the one we reinforced. What's the wrong one? This is the one we reinforced the stem with and made it an open journal card. So you get these pre-printed just like this so that you can then fussy cut or easy cut. You could even, because I did print on the back, there is a light marbled color. So you can journal on them. You could do whatever. You could even fold these in half, round the corners. You can decide how tight you want your toppers to be. So but at least you get them down to here, and it'll allow you then to do what you need to do. So, and as a bonus and a thank you, you also get a little bit of harvest words from me. How's that? I'm doing this probably backwards. Yeah, probably. You could, yeah. You also get, this is a full page actually in my digital side, and we realized that they were too big on here as a full size. So I made them two up pages, and you get my autumn words, vertical, sayings, and dictionary tabs with all these little guys just sort of blended in, right? There's leaves and pumpkins and stuff like that. And these are nice little labels to use on your pumpkins, right? So the bigger pumpkin can maybe take that full one. These guys are just the right length with a few vertical, which are a little big in some aspects, but you can still work them. So anyway, as a thank you and an added bonus, you get the autumn words also. So 6 pumpkins, 3 swatches, 3 samples, 3 things, a lot of stuff. There you go. It's a little bit of everything, just a starter, and then you can add all your favorite things that you may have or that lend to autumn to these to make them your own paper, pumpkin page toppers, and some autumn words to go along with it. So anyway, those are also in the autumn side. These are under the autumn seasonal holiday autumn concoction, and they're a printed item for you guys, a one-time use. But like I said, you get 6 pumpkins, a number of words, some mesh samplers, paper clips, and a little satin nylon leaf. Because some people like those things. The glitter off that glitter stuff is something else. Oh God, hold on. Speaking of which, I am just covered in it over here. I do lately, oh my gosh, because of all the fall stuff, I go in at night and I'm brushing my hair out and I look and I have this right at the base of my hair and my forehead. I just find glitter constantly. Oh my gosh, hold on. So, on to the next thing, right? So I've been working on ephemera here and there, trying to decide what to do with it. So we got the little bundle together. We put a printed kit together. I have a few pieces, now that are going to work. A little bit of blue. It's the only thing I realized, this is not a blue kit. So I do not know. That's what I meant to do, is maybe pull some blue. We'll have to see. I made these with this in mind, because it has the flowers from this, but there is blue. So I'm going to have to decide. Hey, baby. If that is going to be our best bet. I don't know. I just realized, a lot of pretties, but I don't know if I have any real blue in here. Or it's just going to make it eclectic. So I went and took the last scraps of my Autumn Milva Rose Journal Kit that I had going, and I've made a 64-page, as you can see, we got project 64-page journal here. We've got coffee dyes. We have weathered lace prints from Graphic Fairy, which I put on sort of linen and parchment paper. So we got different, we're going to get different sounds. We've got really good paper. We've got, I want to say it's more parchment paper. We've got coffee dyed, eco dyed paper. We've got it all. So this way, avocado. So we get a nice yummy, they do fold differently. So I love how it's in and out. So we are going to work on this throughout the next the next week or two. Really want to get it going. She has some really, oh my gosh, the weathered lace, I have to say, out of Graphic Fairy is really pretty set. So I'm really enjoying it. We're going to try to do something fun from here. I know Rhoda Burks has some awesome ideas, so I'm going to go see what I can get from her and see if I can make this center signature really cool on this pink. Grab pieces, reprint some pages, see what I can do with this one in the middle. Instead of having a really pretty page in the middle, because I didn't have, I think my prettiest pages I have in the front, and I didn't really want to put them in the middle. So we're going to do something fun in the front. Found all kinds of fun papers, so I was really stoked. So we're going to play with, all kinds of things. I even in the back, I have a fun project at the end of the week. End of this week, maybe. I took the other half, so I took this paper because it was too big. I didn't want to cut it down. So this side, we're going to, just sort of bundle this up, and we're going to make it a tuck. So this side, I think we're going to glue it down. I have a tuck here and a tuck up. We'll put a little thumb notch. We'll put a little piece here. We'll put one down here, but you open it up. And I think we're going to glue this down, but we're going to cover this up here, cover it here. We're going to have a small tuck down here for a little ephemera, and we're going to make it an up tuck again too. But I think I'm going to glue it here, and so it can tuck up as far as possible. But we're going to make this sort of a multiple pocket tuck type ordeal. So we will cover that up, but it'll be a nice little insert and something fun on the back. So I have some ideas. We have some things we're going to, try to get through, and I had canvas left over from the front cover. So that's going to be a belly band. We're going to cut out something from the napkin. We're just going to have some fun with some different mediums, and try to get a nice 64-page journal done as quickly as possible. For those of you who, maybe don't do a lot of autumn but enjoy it, maybe just want to enjoy the season but don't want to make anything for the season, or you're making stuff for everybody else and don't have time to make one for yourself. Sometimes it's what we do. We buy from someone else. So 64 pages, plenty to work on. And so what we're going to do, the cover is going to be made out of another one of those beautiful pages. But I took my printable canvas. Okay, I love this. It has lace on it. Okay, we're going to cover up a brown brown Amazon bag. Right. We're going to leave the edges. We're going to, decal cut this. We're going to shear this. And then, we have some stuff going on. Maybe tuck some lace in places, and then print this on the back. And then we'll do lace pockets. And so we'll have a nice, very thick, but crunchy, noisy cover, just like the pages. So that will be coming up soon too. So do some inking, do some stuff, and we'll have to do. I kept this card, so I think we're going to do some layering, and we're going to try to really enhance this with all my meshes and my glitters, and we're going to try and I don't know, do some stuff. We're going to make this all pretty and whatever, but we're going to make that work, right? Some concoction. This gold might be a little much, as we found out. It is puffy, so sometimes it doesn't always work. But who knows? We're going to try to make this a nice cover, but still open it up and be able to, easily. I got this in a happy mail from one of my Instagram followers, and, I follow her, and we've been sharing. She's been doing pin pals with a bunch of us, and she gave this to me a couple months back couple cute frames, and I'm like, ooh, I like you. We're gonna make that work. I'll have to decide if I'm gonna poof it up a little bit and tuck stuff behind it or not. So anyway, that is a project on its own. I'm really stoked about that. I found this paper. It's green marble, and I printed it photocopy of photo quality, I guess, because I needed it to be off the page. Couldn't afford to lose any more space. And it has that green tone, but it really darkened this up compared to its natural run, which I think I have in here somewhere. See, much different. Because I didn't really want the white on the inside. I didn't want it that. I wanted to darken it up a little bit. But yeah, it's amazing. Different paper and, of course, different quality. When you're like, okay, yeah, I need to do photo paper, or I need to do photo cut, photo quality, because I need to be borderless. I even have a bunch of these scraps when I was trimming off all the edges of the paper here. All of these, I decided everything needs, except for, oh, I even did some of those, didn't I, to cut them down. Yeah, I only have a few papers in here that aren't. I think the pink one I didn't touch, because that's the nice thing, is this sort of, it sort of waterfalls in its own right, but without any, and I just love all the yummy, there's so much in here. But there's a few here that just about all of them, except for the pink one. The pink one's the only one. Yeah, I did do a little bit of deco on that one, but not this one, because I love the burnt on that corner. So, yeah, I pretty much cut everything down, and I had all these scraps, so I cut them even smaller, and I think we're going to do some shakers out of them. We're going to make some pretty shakers out of these and put them on some pages. So, a lot of fun things that I want to do with this one. I don't know. I'm hoping. I always do this. I get it, and by the time I get it done, it's not really in time for anybody to use. But we'll see. He might. If someone goes, I really, really want it, I'll have to work. I will work really hard. Well, I'm working really hard with you guys. But my daughter has her first internship today. She was very nervous this morning. She did not sleep. Got herself all worked up. Poor thing. All right. So today we're going to do a little bit. I realized I made a mistake, and it was too late by the time I realized it, so there wasn't really much I could do about it. But I had gone ahead and started cutting all my ephemera out for my Milva Rose, and I realized I hadn't printed on the back of any of them. Nothing. There's nothing on them. But at that point, I was like, well, last thing I want to do. So I went ahead and stamped. Now, this one's pretty messy, pretty dark, so we will probably cover this with 2 slots of, because I think we're going to have it like this. It's going to be, pretty, and all of this. You have all this beauty stuff, and we'll do some decorating and whatnot on some of these pages. But it's pretty much going to be a double writing space here. So we'll do some coffee dyed paper of some sort, of parchment paper, some kind of deal so that we can write on this still. Gosh darn, right? I got a little crazy with it, and then I went, well, that wasn't smart. I have to write on that. So we've got that trifold. But we're going to do that today. We're going to, as you can see on these guys, still a little dark. But I think with a good pen, you can always write on any of these journal cards. So see, we've got decorated, oops, I'm way out of there. Decorated, backings. So they're not just plain white. Everything's inked, things like that. So today I thought I would start with that with you guys. We would start with some inking, and then we would go to that first page, and we will get that first tuck sort of laid out and decorated and go from there. So the biggest things, of course, is things like this where I have envelopes that, however you use them, you sort of don't want to, that in my file folder, you don't want white on the inside, and that's, sort of the biggest thing. Now this gets folded. Now sometimes I use these as a fold out. I'll flip them out and make it, pretty, what's the word? Introspective and interactive, because, I don't want to just fold it up and tuck it in, because then you have to put stuff in it. Yeah, not always fun that way. Let's do some inking first. It really doesn't matter. You can always ink the edges after the fact or before. But we're going to do some stencils and some silicone, stamps to keep to the fall, feel, keep it fancy, because I do have this one fleur-de-lis floral scroll that I really like. So, and I'll probably get this folded once we're done, and then I'll just have to decide the best way I want to use it. But this is what I call my four flap envelope. It's envelope pocket, envelope. It's fun to use, especially when you have a pattern paper. It's really great because I think it has some great potential. This thing is toast, but that's okay. We're going to utilize it. I'm just going to make a mess out of it through this last project here, and then I will have to start over on that one. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so I have a makeup brush, which is, they're always great, and I just don't know how I'm going to use this. So I'm thinking that each corner, I'm going to do this at an angle, and then I'll fill in some gaps, you know. No, because this is, I don't plan on us writing on it directly, but I'm not going to go as dark as I did on everything else. Maybe in the corners we'll go a little darker, but I'm going to go really light on the rest of it, so as to not overpower it, and we can, there we go. I think, yeah, I'm catching that in. We can, you know, nicely use it and not be like, well, I can't write on it, so what's the point, right? Right angle. Am I on? Yeah, you really can't. Oh, yeah, just that. So how are we all doing? I don't really get that corner, but we'll go light on the rest of it. Nice thing with this, too, you don't take a chance of, what's the word, bending your things too much. I have a tendency, these guys always getting caught. So I'm like, okay, hands down, holding it where it needs to be. There we go. I am catching that corner. I figure out how to get rid of that. I'm catching the end of it. I hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, yeah, we got to, I think we still got to 85 on Friday. It was still 70 yesterday on Sunday, which was sort of interesting because I thought I was supposed to get, well, I think 70, 71 was going to be cool, and we were all excited. But it seems sort of muggy, which was very windy out. Felt sort of muggy out. Just didn't feel like a cool 70. So that was sort of a bummer. And of course my daughter wanted to, you know, bake cookies with her boyfriend, and I was like, okay. And at first I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. And then I was like, man, I'm warm. What the heck? I was like, okay. But, yeah, no, today it's only supposed to be like 65, and there was supposed to be a chance of maybe some sprinkles, but those have disappeared. So, but our Sierra, like I said, our Sierra Nevadas is potentially looking at. All right, so there we go. Now, yes, the middle is plain, but depending on how I use this, this would be the perfect writing space in the middle of the envelope, no matter how we fold it out. If you decided to tuck one side in, make it an envelope tuck, you could then open it right on this space and then, you know, fold it back in, which is what I really love the idea of. Now, what I want to do, very carefully, is to keep that and keep the fill going. My orange is very bright, so I got to be careful. Which I have noticed that I've been a little on the, we're going to do this, try to get it down a little bit. Just gonna get cute and see what pops up where, right? There we go. Okay. Let's get you folded in the proper spacing, and then see. Yeah, you see all my ink. But better on that than on something else, right? Oh. But yeah, we're just on to the next thing. I don't know what made me think I wanted to do another journal. Jeez. Because I just can't help myself. I was like, well, if I'm going to do ephemera and stuff, I might as well be using up a kit. And it's nice because I'm looking through my folder, my pumpkin spice Cheerio folder that I sort of decorated up. And there's not much left. I feel like I'm down to one vertical pumpkin kit and a few scraps, but I'm getting down to scraps. If I can use up, you know, all of these scraps intertwined a little bit, and keep making ephemera and stuff, and you know, I have to make some pockets for this, and you know, with what I've pulled out, I think like I'll feel really good about myself going, yay, I've used up a bunch of printables. Then that way my box of autumn is just going to be like the autumn only meshes and tools and things that I know is, you know, only needed for certain times of the year. There's definitely some things I don't use unless it's this time of year. Okay, so then yeah, you have your, so it's technically a cute envelope, right? I rarely use it as an envelope because I'm just odd that way. I think if I have a large pocket and I really feel, but then I feel like you have to fill it, and sometimes I think that's little hard because you're like, well, I don't know what to fill it with. There's just one more thing. So I almost like to do it where my daughter, she's going to bug me. Oh my gosh, she's like, she wants something from me, and it's like, well, that's too bad. I can't even pause and stop and tell her I can't do it right now. She's going to, my socks are too short. Of course, I'm like, so what I love to do with these sometimes is dual purpose it, and I like to glue it down. So you have it here. You have to figure out a way to close it so it doesn't pop open, but put over a page, and I like to just glue this part down and make it a tuck. You can even glue it down this way and make it a up and down tuck. You know, using the triangle. And this side, because then it's when it's glued down, you open it up and you have this lovely hidden space. And I love that. We could actually write right here. You could put little decorations here. And let me see what page to do that on. So then all you have to do is figure out how to close it. And I've done it a number of ways. I've put a little dot here with whatever, and you bring it up to here, or I can put a washi here and string to something here, so it's nice. You just tie it here in the middle and it keeps it closed, which maybe that's what we'll do this time around. So yeah, there are ways to use this. You know, you don't have to just put it in something. Hold on, let's see if I can tag my child. Please what? I don't know what she wanted. She just said please, and I'm like, well, I am sort of busy. Yeah, she's like driving chat later. Yeah, well, no one else to tell her. I'm like, it comes through because she's a favorite, but it doesn't turn off my video. So my Fitbit will be like, yeah, someone, one of these 5 people tagged you. And I'm like, well, just gonna have to wait a moment. Of course. Yeah, she's like, okay. I'm like, she probably had 5 minutes in between class or something. I don't even know how, but she's, it's like, you guys, you gotta pay attention. I can't keep coming to your rescue every 5 seconds just because you didn't think your way through your morning. I was like, well, now the only thing is I do have a slight, either it's my cutting, it could be the design, and I feel bad, guys. I'm so sorry. But I always feel I have to do a little bit of an angle on my sides flaps, because it feels like they always get bent downward, and that really does bug me. So there we go. All right, there, perfect. That's better. Okay, so that is beautifully. That came out great. What a fun way to utilize, okay, didn't print on it, so what else can I do? And we can go from there, right? You could fold it down any number of ways, but anyway. Okay, so that is going to be on something. Now, it could be something that helps interact with our middle. Maybe our middle is going to be something that can be a little bit more interactive here, where we can have, we could do some layering on this one. It's a little hard with the eco, but it could be that we have it here and it opens up, and maybe there's another different type of pocket. So maybe we can layer up a little bit on this one with these two, two things that I have. I need paper clips. I need pretty paper clips. Hold on. We're going to start thinking our way through some of this, and maybe we can make this a little interactive without being too thick. Maybe we can work on the potential of some things here. Because I have our file folder, which I always love working on. Never know what to put it, though. Not always, but like... And I made a mistake, and I goofed, and it ripped the paper. So let's see if we can put that into good use. There we go. Get all our ink on it. Now, file folders can be used as a small page insert. You can sew it in the middle, and make it like you do with a doily. It's just that odd page in the middle. But I don't have any doilies in this one. I don't have any color doilies. I did that. I'm doing that with the Christmas one. I made snowflakes to do. blue snowflakes, I think. I don't do white ones. I don't know, white or blue snowflakes to put in my December daily. I wanted some kind of doily type thing, but I didn't really want white doilies, you know? Let's see. So we're going to do this one. Again, we want some writing space. I don't know if I want to make it a complete... Now, this one, as a file folder, you can put pockets here and tuck things into them. Right way. You can put it in as a page. You can leave it and you tuck it into a pocket. I've made them into booklets. I put in pieces. I have sewn in pages. I made it a small booklet. I've done a number of things. So we're going to go straight up and down with this one. And it's probably enough. If you press hard enough, you usually can still get enough ink, even off these guys, because you keep going. You don't think anything of it. So if you really want something light, you just keep pressing. And even then, look, I pressed and there's plenty. I don't really want to put this upside. I don't want to flip it around to get the same ways. Flip it like this way, because then I get ink on both sides. And then it presses in. So we're going to do it this way. One up, one down. Not a big deal to me. Probably should have gone the other way around, but that's okay. I'm a little tempted to do pockets in this one this time. And maybe sew it in a page. There we go. I'm a little tempted to do that, actually. I don't know why she keeps bugging me. My girls. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, let's finish off that one then. Oh my god, let's finish off the whole corner then. I forget. It's oxide, so whew, it goes. There we go. I'll make sure I wipe it off there. My poor... I mean, it's an orange sweater, but let's not, right? I can't help myself. I'm really loving the orange. Whatever going on here. Okay, so we're going to leave it pretty open. I'm really thinking about doing something. So I'm wondering, do I have a spot to put it in here? I mean, I always have a spot, but I am thinking, we got that tuck there so we don't get too far. This has some interesting issues with this page. I don't know what happened with my print work, but it is writable. I don't know whether to make it I'm tempted to make maybe a little notepad flip there. And then do or notepad flip on that side, actually, because we have some thick on the back. And I could put a pocket here. But a pocket here would make more sense. But I don't even know if I have any little stuff. I mean, that's my blue, which, yeah, right. A little bummed about the blue part. Wait, I had a little journal card. I had little journal cards. Well, yeah. I mean, make a pocket, put a journal card on that side, and do... Let's see. Didn't I say I needed... I did, and I didn't pull them all out. Only because they're pretty and they match. Am I using these guys? I mean, make a pocket, put it there, and then I'm thinking we need to put... I think that's what I need. Hold on one sec. I'm wondering if we need to put like a header on here and make it a little notepad. Notebook. Note. Like when we do this, right? We're going to make it a little notepad. I think that's what we're going to do. Now, let's see. I know this is not exactly what I'm looking for, but this is more to remind me of what I want to do with it. Haha, right? Okay, so with that in mind, I do feel the middle of this needs to be inked. So see, we're not just inking it, we're placing it. We're figuring out what we want to do with it. So I can quickly throw those together, which you won't see a lot of it. The big stuff, like decorating that back flip with all the fun ins and outs and covering it up, and that of course I want to show off. We will have a pocket day, I think, one day where we need to make our pockets and for all these things. So just like we're doing today with the stamping, we're probably going to do some. Yeah, we're going to want to do some work to. Okay, so we're going to put this here to remind me. Now we're going to do our paper clips, and we're going to go. So right now we're going to have this guy. Center is sometimes great, but if you can get to the top and catch it twice, it definitely keeps it in place and keeps it from going anywhere. So we may put that one there for now. We have a flip there. A few pages in, we have our notepad. Definitely have to keep working on more stuff here, but let's see. Then we don't have, and then we have this fun piece we'll work on hopefully maybe today. We got the middle intersections, and then we've got the, you know, sort of the reverse on the other side. So, okay. Getting thick. Getting thick. I know it doesn't help when you have product in there, but... Okay, and then last but not least, and these are just the same thing. They're just large. Keep doing what we've been doing. I did another one of those earlier, and, you know, I have a feeling I might make it a folded piece, but I just did the same thing. I went opposite directions, did some stamping, so that when we fold it down the middle, I'm trying to decide whether or not it's going to be a double journal card, right? Fold it in the middle. We're not going to glue it, of course, because, I mean, I could make it an instant, but I don't feel like wasting that kind of potential. I'm like, no, no, no. I actually want a little orange, maybe. Let's do a little orange on this one. Let's orange it up just a little bit, I think. Why not? I want to say it, but anyway, yeah, I think I want to make it a little bit more a double journal card. And, you know, we have the ability to write here in the middle, but, you know, write it out. So it's going to get tucked in, decorated and tucked in somewhere. Or tucked up. Remember, we have some spots. So, but we have two of these, which I'm, you know, enjoying the concept of. So we'll make this orange too. I'll do the same deal on the inside later. Oh, isn't that lovely? Get some brown on the inside. And yeah, I'll go ahead and stamp it on another day. I don't want to do stamping all day. You guys won't watch me stamp all day. I don't blame you. But I hope you're having fun. I hope if you're into autumn, that you are enjoying that, or you are just going along and doing everyday stuff for presents and gifts and maybe booths and holiday craft shows and, I don't know, or just keeping yourself sane by, you know, constantly. All right, so we'll duplicate that. And the same thing, like I did this way too crazy. We'll definitely lighten it up. I will probably just do some stencil here and a little bit up here and let us make it still very writable, right? So that is what we have to do still, but I don't feel like wasting our time on that. I'm like, no, we'll do the last big one and see what we can do with this, because this is the other baby that I, you know, enjoy so much. This is what I call my scalloped clutch purse envelope. I love how the top scallop, a flap for the back works. And then it has a 3-punch, which I gotta go do. Thumb notch on the back side, so you can get things inside and out. Sometimes it's fun to try to add extra papers in here when you open it up. Again, we open this up, depending on how you do it. Again, I use this as just like we did. You glue it down. It's you glue here, and it's a tuck on the one side of the page to keep it in place. And then on the other side, it's this. So these can be used. I can put a pocket in here that opens up. I can fold this down and make a notepad. This is a nice opening for more writing space. I love using all the little bits and pieces and making it a little bit more interactive and not just making it another envelope. Though it is an absolutely gorgeous envelope when decorated. It's a beautiful standalone. It really is. Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl has made a number of gorgeous pieces out of this and other ways to make beautiful clutch purse-like ephemera holders. Absolutely gorgeous. So they're, you know, it does have lots of potential. But knowing me, I think we're going to go interactive with it. And so this is going to get tucked, but that I'm aware of. But I think we're going to do a little bit of stenciling up here. These two are going to get folded in one way or another, whether it's going to help keep things tucked in or whether it's going to be tucked out. So let's do this. We're going to do a little bit more interactive and think our way through this one instead of just doing my thing. Instead of just randomly going at it and wondering what we're going to do with it. Because these are great for, like I said, we can glue something here. Double-sided to make it a pocket that just flips open and has something in it. But that pocket also then will hold whatever I glue here. So if I put more papers here and, you know, have another flip out. Oh, she's bugging me. I can't do it. She's like, I know she wants me to help her, but I'm like, I'm in the middle of a video, and if I stop, then I have to put them together, and it's just never fun. And I can't pause. It sucks if I try to pause. It just doesn't work out. So, she's going to hate me, but they've got to learn. Like, think your way through it, darling. All right, so let's do a little bit of, I'm going to have to go upside down with it. I don't have a choice. Maybe this corner. Nope, I can go this corner. I want to make sure I have, you know, light, florally, whatever here. You just sort of use the pieces that you need sometimes. There we go. That's pretty. That'll work. All right, so a little here in case we change our mind and this ends up being something that I can't hide, right? But I have a feeling it's going to be tucked, so it's not going to matter. This is going to need something, and it may be able to put a piece of paper here, but again, we probably should make sure that it is completely covered. All right, let's make sure. Okay, let's see. So we know that if we flip this, what's the word, like notepad up, which I probably won't. I'm going to probably put the notepad here and we're going to glue it down to where it can't, only the paper is going to be flipped open. This is going to be a pocket, which when we make pockets, we'll glue it on here. It'll keep the paper in place, but it'll also open out and you have stuff tucked in. So we're going to do just a little, I'm trying to think, just do a little of something. I want something on the outskirts of it, like the edges here, where you maybe be able to see the outside the paper, right? If you happen to fold it open. I don't want to get too hard of a, yeah, I was trying to avoid that, but oh well. No, we're just going to do it. Well, we're just going to go for it, aren't we? Sort of do like we did before, we're just going to roll the outside edges and leaving that middle section sort of white, but I just don't want to have, you know, I want something pretty in case it shows. It's okay because that's going to go here. So we do have some interesting overlapping, which I'm not stoked about, but here, let's just, in case something changes, just get a little something up here. I mean, it's a hidden spot, right? So when you're done, it is something hidden. Let's see if we can fold this one. So yeah, my oldest did not sleep last night. She got all anxious about her internship today. So she gets up and she's all like indecisive, and I'm like, girl, you gotta get to bed. We gotta go. And she's just like, I don't know. And I'm like, it's okay. I promise. You're gonna be good. You're just gonna go. You don't know what they're asking for, then you ask them to explain it. It's why it's an internship. You are there to learn. You know, it's not like you didn't say you walked in knowing what you were doing, or you maybe know more than you think, and that's why your teacher gave you the, you know, suggested you go. But you're like, don't freak, don't worry. All right, so that is going to go over the page to help tuck it in. We're going to glue that one down. We're going to make that a pocket. This one, I don't know what we're doing with this one. This is something that I don't know what to do with this one. Whether it's another pocket, which when it folds out, yes, so you can we could layer it with another pocket. Let's see. I'm not going to go quite to the edge there. Let's see if we can really like this one. If I can keep the what's the word? The edge from being an issue. I love the fleur-de-lis in this one corner. Because it's just a great swirly edge. There we go. Okay, so we have some movement, but we aren't like covering every ounce of it. It gives me a place to work. I don't know whether I want to plop any of this in here because this one's a little bit fancier. Being that it is the scallop, I feel there's just more to it. A little fancier, a little more elegant. I'm gonna decorate parts of this for sure. There we go. So the point would be that this and this, you know, this pocket is going to keep that notebook down. This is going to keep everything in place. There we go. Let's see. Let's do that. I folded it in. So actually, oh yeah, good. Okay, wait. I'm good. I'm actually folding it in the right direction, but it's not going to be upside down. All right, so here's the same thing. We're going to have another tuck on the outside, just like we have on the other one. So this is going to be here glued to tuck something in, just like this is going to have its own tuck, right? This we may center, but this one is going to actually, yeah, so when it opens up, so it's a little backwards, but that's right. We'll have a pocket down here that'll open up with something tucked in. We have a notepad here. And then I don't know about this outside. This outside piece could be writable. We could put another tuck in there. We could do a belly band type of tuck so that depending what it is, we could actually make sure like the journal card, I need another large journal card, one sec. The journal card would actually maybe stick out a little bit. Like, right, we'll see it this way instead, but as it's tucked in. But this is pretty, so it's not like it's the end of the world. But we could do a tuck here to put a journal card or two in, notepad, another pocket here, all closes up. Where'd you go? There you go. Again, this may be the same thing. You know, we've got two little wax seals. It ties in the middle. But when you untie it, you still have all of this space here that you can write on. We can do, maybe with this one on the bottom, and do some kind of upper tuck or something. I have to look around. There's some other ways to do, you know, things that we can open and have things underneath that are tuckable. It makes it a little thick in the middle, but it may be where a lot of your writing is, you know, tuckable. Ephemera is in the middle, and we have all this other writing space throughout the page with the little things here and there that help break it up, right? Little tucks in places. So we have a start. We have a potential of a nice little interactive middle. I actually feel like I need to do a little bit of maybe orange or something. I need to add a little color to this thing. And all this pink is just not, by itself, not enough. I love the burnt edges, but I call them the burnt edges, but really it's just a whatever. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, so you saw that little placement, strategic placing of some stencils and some stamps. You know, we can take something we forgot to print on, or you're not able to do a print, stencil it, stamp it, totally enjoy it. Let me get another paper clip here. We're going to get this all going. And you can, you know, easily not have to worry about a double print job, and able to still utilize all of the ephemera that you were able to print out. Or if you get an ephemera kit from us, sometimes I'll do a printed ephemera kit. It's single-sided, right? And you know, you have to do something with it. So take your inks, take your stamps, take all your fun Tim Holtz things, you know, and put it to good use. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't get as far as I wanted. I should get going. But we are definitely going to get into this, and we have some beautiful piano page tucks that I want to work on with you guys, and then we'll have to see, and maybe, you know, and start working on and covering this one up in the right panel way, so it's really pretty, a little bit more stout, and will allow us to do more, you know, ephemera fills, because I have some tags and other things that we really would love to put in there. Or tickets and stuff, tickets and fun things. So, there we go. We are on to the next project. I don't know if I'll make it a series. I got quite a few to work on. So maybe we'll make this one another series. I know the Milva Roses Journal Series, just like we're doing with the larger altered books. So every once in a while it's nice to know that you have everything in one place. So, because there's going to be probably quite a few videos for this. Pretty quick and hopefully rapid fire, but that's what we're going to do. So, love you all very much. Thank you for joining me as we make some decisions on this journal and play with all of our pretty things, right? All of this lovely inked elements as we make the most of what's there, and, you know, nothing goes to waste. So, love you all very much. Don't forget to check out the shop, Design Journal and Supplies, and find your fall supplies, your fall needs. We have things going on. So let's see, so there we go. If we get it to actually, there we go. Yeah, but Design Journal N as in the letter N, supply.etsy.com. There we are with the pretty flowers, DJS. And yeah, we have lovely autumn items. We have printed kits. We have finished products and so much more. Love you all very, very much, and we'll talk real soon. Bye-bye.